folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again, and today we'll be talking about the next-gen 1/64 scale diecast. We finally got more photos about these cars a couple days ago, actually, perhaps maybe a week almost by the time of this video. But I've been wanting to do a video talking about it, so that is going to be the opportunity for today. So we're going to be discussing the 1/64 scales for not only the Ford, Toyota, and the Chevrolet Camaro. During the Daytona 500 pre-race, or I'm not sure when it was originally filmed, but Lionel did release a small little video on their Instagram page showing all three of the prototype 1/64 scale diecast. Now, the liveries for these paint schemes are the same liveries you would see at the, ironically, the May 5th, 2021 official unveiling of the next-gen cars, which, fun fact, that was my birthday as well, which was pretty cool. But it was the same wraps on those. I don't think we're going to get these in a authentic swave or anything, so I do believe these are only prototype paint schemes, unfortunately, because these are the first true next-gen cars. But we got a good look at all three of them, and I tell you what, I am very, very impressed with these cars, guys. Look, the way the wheels look, the way the molds look, I am very impressed with these pieces here. You know, there was a lot of questions about, will this diecast look good? Will it look realistic? And so far, so good. Now, obviously, these are prototypes, so there might be some tooling adjustments to it. But a couple things that I did notice, it looks like on the hoods of the car, canards, the louvers, whatever they want to call them. Clipboard probably just calls them shotgun holes in the hood. But my point is that those look like they're going to be decaled. They're not going to be a part of the car itself because the 124s appear to have only decals there. So obviously, if they're going to make the 124 have a decal on the hood to represent the hood vents or whatnot, most likely the 164s will follow suit. We also got some 124 photos as well of the actual production cars. We got more of them, so we'll make sure to check those out. They're prototypes, but they're almost exactly what you're going to be getting going forward into this. So we're going to take a look at the Chevrolet Camaro here, guys. And to me, this car looks so good. I don't know why. The body angles of the Gen 7 car are fabulous to me. I know there's a lot of people, that, you know, myself included, that don't like the number placement. But the style of the car is probably, besides Gen 4, is probably the most attractive NASCAR ever. I mean, just the body lines. It looks like a Camaro. It looks like a fast NASCAR race car. And I freaking love it. One thing to note, though, is all three of them appear to have the same spoiler height, which, first time in years, I mean years, all three of the 1/64 diecasts have the same spoiler height. Some people say it actually is too tall. Honestly, it does. I'll be honest with you. It does look like it is too tall. However, if you wanted to lower these, you technically could with like a Dremel or something like that. You could shave off the top of the spoilers to reduce it for like a short track package or something like that. So there are some options there, but no question on the 124s, they're definitely a lot taller here. So looking at the Chevrolet Camaro, to me, it looks like it has a sort of an aluminum style wheel to it. I'll be honest with you, it's a little bit concerning about this though. We've seen a lot of the Gen 7 cars have painted wheels during like the testing and you know, the photo shoot. They have a dark gray or aluminum. We know the Penske cars kind of have a chrome aluminum look to them. I'm really hoping this is just a random generic gray wheel they chose for this. I'm really hoping that's the case because I want to see the Penske cars have the correct paint color to them. I want to see all the cars have the correct wheel paint to them, and I'm hoping this is, again, just a prototype look to it. Moving forward, though, let's check out the Toyota Camry here. And the Toyota Camry, to me, obviously has the same front nose as the Gen 6, so there's not much going on there, but the whole body lines of the car just look fantastic to me. The way the back ends of the car, how they're more rounded, they're less rigid than the Gen 6. You know, Gen 4 was pretty much just a glorified, a bullet. That's pretty much what it is. The whole, every shape and angle of a Gen 4 stock car was pretty much rounded off. It was for aerodynamic purposes, and when I look at the Gen 7, it represents a lot of that, which I really do like here. The big change, obviously, for the first time since 2016, we're going to get a tall spoiler Toyota 1/64. Think about it. They've been using the same mold since 2017. That is a long time for a NASCAR diecast to have that long. Think about this, guys, that the 2018-2019 Camaro That's 2 years there. And in the 2020 and 2021 164 Camaro, they've pretty much went through 3 molds, technically 4, within the last 5 diecast seasons, give or take. So that is a lot of change for the Camaros, but Toyota's been using the same one. So it's good to see a fresh, brand new look for the Toyota diecast. Moving forward, though, to the Ford car here, and I tell you what, the Ford one's got me really intrigued. Not only do you have probably the best-looking Gen 7 car, the Fords, they just knocked it out of the park with the looks of it, but you also got a blue painted wheel diecast here shown, which is really, really cool. I love to see the painted wheels. I'm hoping that this is going to be consistent. I hope we'll get some more painted wheel cars. We know the Penske ones, but I'm hoping we'll see some other teams experiment with painted wheels here. Another thing we can notice here, guys, is that the rear, what do you call it, the diffuser? That thing is, it's very popular for sports car fans and, racing, international racing and whatnot. But for stock car fans, a lot of people don't know how it really works, and it's pretty complicated. This is going to be really weird for the diecast because on that back end panel, there's generally a rivet where they assemble the car. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to be molded into it. I wonder how that's going to look. So I'm very curious about that. It does appear, though, that the whole car obviously is going to be it looks like it's going to be fully metal. We're not going to have a situation where you would see maybe on a Hot Wheels car, like the front end of the car would be plastic and everything else would be metal. It looks like these are all 100% full die-cast metal. Obviously, the interior and the chassis, the bottom, X, Y, and Z is still plastic. But I'm glad they didn't make like the side skirts and the back bumper plastic like you would see occasionally on a Hot Wheels car or a Matchbox car. So moving forward to the 124s here, these things are really, really cool to me. And I tell you what, man, you're going to want to pre-order these things because any of these cars, whenever they come out, guys, the 164s, the 124s, we could be within weeks, we could be within months. We're not sure 100% when they're going to be first released, but I can tell you right now, though, almost for the 100% guarantee, they're going to sell like hotcakes, guys. You're going to want to pre-order this stuff because you don't want to be the guy who did not order them ahead of time, and you have to wait a whole nother shipment, a whole nother week. It could be months. We don't know. Obviously, I think they're going to have an air freight first. I think it's going to be authentic second, and then online third. Of the 124s is going to be racetrack first and only online second. But make sure to use the promo code down below, Diecastbuffet. You'll get free shipping for any orders $20 or more. So it's going to be great to help you start your 2022 Nascar Diecast collection, and you'll be able to save a whole bunch there as well. But for the 124s here, the first thing that really stands out to me, and I love it so much, is those reflective numbers. Oh my goodness, it looks great on that Christopher Bell diecast there. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, knock on wood, it is going to stay that way. This is not a production sample. I could think of the Palmador Darlington throwback made in the 164 scale years ago. I think it was 2018 or 2019. I think it was 2018. It had reflective numbers on it, and it was fabulous. It was amazing. So I'm hoping we'll see something like that with the 124s. I'm hoping they go full production with it. Don't cheap out. Make sure you get the reflective numbers on the 124s. That like portion of the car itself will help sell the diecast. So that's what I'm saying. Make sure this is part of the final production run, and make sure to include it on the 164s. That part alone will make a lot of people want to buy these cars, myself included. I want to get all of them, I hope I can. But just having the reflective numbers being so different, something we haven't seen in a long time in terms of, a mass quantity of it, this is going to make a lot of people want to recollect these cars that maybe they already got in 2021. Hey, I want the 22 edition because it's got that chrome number effect to it. So my honest thoughts about all these cars here, guys, I'm actually honestly, I'm really excited about these. I like the way they look. I like the way the 164s work. Obviously, there is a different proportion with the wheels, so you kind of have to get used to. I'm used to the tires being this big, but now the tires are a lot bigger now, so it's going to take a little bit of getting used to there. But overall, I'm very impressed. I think they did a great job so far getting the Gen 7 mold down for the 164 and 124. Because part of me kind of, was kind of worried. It's like, I really hope they don't go like the Spin Master route and completely change it, go completely off the rails and go for like an unrealistic look. No, they went for the realistic look. I'm very pleased with it. I'm just hoping we can get one of these cars soon. I would love for them to send me a free one. I would review it right now, but That's wishful thinking, but I'm actually very excited for it, guys. What do y'all think? Make sure to comment down below. Just kind of want to give my thoughts about these 164 and 124 new prototypes. These are prototypes, so the artwork can change. We could see a lot more variety with the decal wraps, but I think the mold itself is pretty well set in stone. And I know, again, a lot of people are talking about the spoilers being too tall. Guys, you can trim those down. They're probably plastic, but you can still trim those down. You can smooth them, repaint them. You can modify these. I'll end the video on this. I'd rather have them have the spoiler too tall and you can modify it than it be too short and you're stuck with it. Think about all the 2017, 18, 19, 2020, and 2021 Toyota Camry 164s that you always wished had a tall spoiler on it, but instead they always had the small spoiler. So I'd rather have a tall one that you can modify, and that could, to me, that makes all the difference. I mean, why not? That's the way to do it, guys. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to give it a huge thumbs up, guys. I greatly appreciate it. We got so many cars to review here on the channel. 20 cars up here I got to review. And then there's a whole nother shipment coming in. Freaking 164s. We got Ryan Priest diecast. We got another Michael McDowell diecast. Oh my goodness, it's going to be so many 164s right now, guys. Super pumped, super hyped. Thank y'all again for watching. You folks are awesome. We're so close to 4,000 subscribers. Let's keep it going. Diecastbuffet. Have a great one, everybody. Signing off.